So let's get into it. Visual elements that enhance your own video sales calls and your video messaging. What's in your message is very important. Your nonverbal cues, the way you're toning your voice, making sure you're looking at the camera lens, you're in tune with your audience, you're in the moment with your viewers, with your customers. That's all important. But today I really want to hone in on the surroundings of your video message, how to make and amplify your video message that resonates more value and delivers more insight or more impact to your viewing audience or your clients. Visual elements. So when we think about visual elements, we think about perhaps virtual backgrounds and green screens. Or do I go with my own personalized office? A cluttered office is a bad look, and a poorly lit green screen that has distortion and shadows and clutter, well, that's a bad look too. So you've got to take into account your presentation value of what's behind you. So let's talk a little bit about some of the benefits of leveraging a green screen. You've got a cluttered office or small office space. A green screen is a great tool. But taking the green screen and your virtual background selected with the right background can be very beneficial. You can add company branding, logos. You can add insight and branding for your viewer, for your client to get their attention. As long as it's a attraction and not a distraction. There's a fine line with that. A poorly lit green screen can do you a lot of harm. Here's an example. Now, it's a little bit exaggerated, but you see the shadows, the color distortion, and everything else. And let's be real. The Zoom backgrounds come with their generic backgrounds. You're not selling the Golden Gate Bridge, and you're not in outer space. So take some time for that virtual background to leverage some personal branding or branding that accelerates your own message to your clients. It's not about you, it's about them. You're not in outer space, and you're not in the Bay Area selling the Golden Gate Bridge, especially if it's poorly lit with distractions. So how do you fix that? Well, first of all, you got to equally light the green screen. So the green screen's got to be the same color lit with your lights, each part of the green screen that shows up on the lens. And of course, the lighting's going to cast a shadow on you. So the closer you are to the green screen, the more likely you'll have shadow. But equally light the green screen, but light yourself and be aware of the shadow. And how can you test this? Well, Zoom provides a test for doing video calls. You can test your audio, you can test how you look, but put in a virtual background. And I recommend trying a white background or a light blue color because the shadow will really show up on a white or blue background. And if you've got that keyed in right with no shadow, with no color issues, you'll be set to go. So use the test before you go live on any video call. Test the equipment, test the audio, and test how your virtual background looks. Because lighting changes, everything can change. And the more shadow you have, well, the more distraction you're going to have in the background. And you can tell a poorly lit virtual background with green around the hair or the hairline or in the lower thirds of the green screen where people don't pay attention to detail. You'll see shadows and effects. And of course, pixelation when you can see through body parts on camera. So light it correctly, light the subject view, and test it out. That can eliminate an awful looking virtual background. And then think about what your background is and what it means to your clients and your viewers. Now, the same applies to your home office.